How do you know when you've made the right decision as an emotional authority in human design? It can be painful to get to the point of making an aligned decision. And that's what we're unpacking today on Unjaded. My guest is Barb Orozco. Barb is a member of my Design to Profit membership community where we focus on building your sustainable business by aligning with your human design. And just Thursday, she purchased Content by Design when it wasn't even available for sale. She was panicking when I reached out to her to welcome her in because she was afraid I was going to give her a refund. That is how you know you made the right decision as an emotional authority in human design. Fast forward to later in the week, where I had someone purchase something online and she immediately regretted it. So I thought it would be a really great episode to create in response as a manifesting generator, walking you through how emotional authority actually works in your design, what it feels like when the decision is right for you, when it's wrong for you, all of the things. Barb is a 3/5 emotional projector, fairly new into using her human design in her business, but really doing a bang-up job of the deconditioning work in all of the ways she's been told that the things that are her gifts are the things that are wrong with her. I think you're going to love listening to Barb's story and hearing about the work that she does. So welcome in, Barb. I am really excited to get to talk to you today.
I am excited to get to talk to you today, too.
That's awesome. So you do something really different as far as the women who are typically in my world do. You do something around photos.
I do. And the easiest way to explain it is think of everything you think you know that you're supposed to do with your photos. Decorate them, turn them into art projects, use them to save memories or create legacy. Think of all of that. This is the exact opposite. It's exactly not that, because we're sitting on gold mines. The photos we have in our phones are the most amazing tools for connecting, not only with our families, but with our own selves. So parenting, relationships, our own self-care toolboxes. And we don't know it because we think we're supposed to decorate. Mm-hmm. But no, it's about adding stories.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe we forget that we're supposed to decorate and we have them in boxes and boxes and boxes.
Yeah, usually because it's too hard to do anything with them.
Yeah. Yes. And you run out of space for all the photo albums. Like I have bought pieces of furniture to house photo albums, but I'm doing it wrong.
Well, you're doing it the way the industry said to do it. Mm-hmm. And they still say to do it. Mm-hmm. And that's why being a fifth line is so important. Because I mean, it's all about disrupting it. It's all about disrupting it. And as a fifth line, I hide because, I'm supposed to learn how to say it better. I'm supposed to say it better. I'm supposed to say it softer. I'm supposed to, why do you have to say it that way, Barb?
Yeah. The wounding of the fifth line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking how very fifth line this is of you, what a beautiful way to use your design to actually disrupt an industry where I don't think there's too many people doing it like you do it. I've never heard of anyone else.
You're correct. It's not that they're, I'm an anomaly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how did you get here? How did you get to this photo work?
Well, possibly because as a child, when this is after a whole lot of thinking and some therapy, realizing how much I wasn't seen, heard, or felt like I mattered. And when my mentor, 6 months into starting a business, I'd never done an album or a page. So I thought, oh, good, I'll start a business in this, and then I'll force myself to learn how to do it and teach others to do it. 6 months into it, she put me through a 60-second experience that I do with everyone now that had me get flipped completely from it's always supposed to be decorated to it's never supposed to be decorated. And it's all about the stories and connecting. And so February 2nd, 2003 changed everything for me. And it just It just soothes my soul. And to be able to help people who have thought they couldn't do anything with their photos and it was them, why I don't everyone else seems to be doing it, not me. It's never been them. It's been the conditioning, more conditioning.
More conditioning.
And so it's about deconditioning.
That's fascinating. Deconditioning your photos and your stories. That's amazing. So there's a lot to unpack there. I want to go to not right now, but I want to make sure I come back to put a pin in that, the not being seen piece, because you're a 3/5 emotional projector. So that's huge. We need to unpack that. And I also want to share an experience with you, and it's not what you do, but it gives me a little bit of insight into your world. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do with my photos. I was at a funeral for a beautiful woman in our lives, my daughter's grandmother-in-law, beautiful, beautiful woman. And at the table were all of these books that she had created with every single family member and who they married and the story of what they did for a living and the story of how many children they had and what those children went on to do. And I was looking at this and I said to my daughter, Emily, I'm like, that is a gold mine for you guys. Like, who leaves that behind? We don't do that. We leave these boxes or photo albums or whatever, and there's no threads. But this was like the book of every member of her family for all of time. It was fascinating to unpack. And I think that's maybe giving me a little bit of a glimpse into the kind of work that you do and the kind of thing you could leave behind with your stories and your photos.
Yes. I mean, absolutely. Saving memories, creating legacy. That's an offshoot of what I do. That's side benefit. And so that's definitely there and definitely really important. Yet I'm helping people use them now in their parenting.
Oh,
being
wow.
being that soft place to land. Like, we're grandmothers.
Yeah.
And our time with our grandkids. Wow, do I love our play dates? Do I love our play dates? And to be able to put that on paper and let her know what she means to me, how I notice. Like, I'm thinking about my 6-year-old granddaughter right now. Yeah. I do with all of them, not just her. But I don't usually have play dates with the older ones so much. But she's still really into me. I mean, to be able to put that on a page, and especially to be able to do that and know that if she ever needs to be reminded of who she is, how she matters, she can always go to those pages. And we might not even know that she's in need of that. As a matter of fact, I have a book over there where there was a little girl whose mom made her a book, a very small little book, photos and stories. That was it. And it was during one of her naps. And she was 3 years old. She loved it, about to have a new sibling. Her mom wanted to make sure she knew that she mattered. And so Kim was thrilled at the results of the book, the mom, Kim. And she thought, that's great. It served its purpose. When Paige was 9 years old, all of a sudden, Kim noticed that book was missing from the shelf. She found it under Paige's pillow, asked her that night about it. She said that she was being bullied, that weeks earlier, a new girl had come into class, taken all of her friends. They'd started making fun of her. And she was crying one night and then remembered how that book made her feel. And she went and got it. She'd been reading it every single night. And there's not a paper sticker or crafty technique that would have ever done that. That's the power of stories.
This is powerful work that you're doing.
I think so. And because I've seen it in action. It's been 23 years. And I've seen when people focus on stories.
Okay, so by now everyone, I'm sure, is going like, give me this woman's information. So we are going to link that up in the show notes for you. And I've gotten to work with you quite a bit over the last few months, and I don't know how to work with you. So I'm going to be looking at that myself as well, because you had me at grandchildren. Yeah. Like as soon as you said that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm all in. So it's really incredible, the work that you're doing.
Well, thank you. And it's a way for grandparents to be relevant to the grandkids. We can be on the sidelines and feel so irrelevant. But oh, no. No. Mm-mm.
Well, and I have a book. You're just reminding me. I have a book that my grandmother wrote for me and all of my cousins when I don't even know how old we were, but the cover is like, I don't know, some story for and our names.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it when I was moving this cupboard full of photo albums the other night. I found this book.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 53 years old, and I was like, oh, wow, I remember Nan did that for me. And we were not close. Like, she wasn't a grandmother who wanted to be involved with us in any way, but
Mm.
she wrote this book, and I still have it. And I kept it all these years because it's a
That means
connection to her.
something.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, even in those books that you saw the other day, you saw a lot of facts.
Mm.
Who was this? Who was that? How many? But
Hmm.
can you imagine any of those books actually having stories?
Hmm. Hmm.
Stories that hold the meaning, that
Hmm.
create connection.
Hmm.
That's where we're going to that deeper level of storying. And it's so much easier than decorating
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and really inexpensive.
Yes. And it stays relevant for longer.
It sure
Yeah,
does.
because there's something in Feng Shui about not having up baby pictures of your family as they get older, because you stick them in that place or that frame or something.
Hmm.
So, yeah, yeah. Okay, so switching gears a little bit, we're actually here to talk about emotional authority in human design. And you're an emotional authority, I'm an emotional authority. I'm sure we've both had our share of angst making decisions over the period of our lives.
Hmm.
You also mentioned, so you're a 3/5 emotional projector.
Hmm.
Can you talk to me about not being seen as you grew up in your life?
Well, I can kind of collapse it down to something Brene Brown said one time, which is instead of making mistakes, I am the mistake.
Oh, wow.
And
Mm,
that has been kind of pervasive through it's I can't as a three, I'm supposed to
mm-hmm,
make mistakes.
mm-hmm,
And every time I do, it's like, no, that's not just a mistake. That's who I am.
mm-hmm.
And that's not a fun way to live
No,
at all.
no.
And so I don't know, did that collapse it down pretty
Yeah, that
significantly?
collapses it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's such a conditioner on third line profiles. We've talked about that a lot. So Barb is in my Design to Profit membership, and we talk about all kinds of things in there around business, but third lines especially. I know so many times you and I have had conversations around you got to show them how you got it wrong. You got to
Hmm.
show them how you got it wrong.
Hmm.
And that's painful when you've got all this conditioning
Hmm.
around being the mistake.
Yes.
That makes me want to cry for you.
It makes me kind of want to cry too.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband is a third line profile as well, and he had that experience a lot in his young life where just like nothing could ever be right about him. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. And then we
Yeah,
throw that fifth.
and I tell myself that I should be over it by now.
Mm,
And I am more over it than I was.
yeah,
And that's where human design came in.
yeah.
Human design, oh dear heavens. Talk about a weight off my shoulders
Mm,
and feeling like I am okay. This is who I'm supposed to be. And so it's just a matter of the deconditioning.
hmm. Well, how did you come into human design?
Oh, there was an online talk. I can't think of the name of it now. Really big during COVID. And it was all talk, talk, talk. And that's where there was a human design thread. And that's where I first heard about it and I jumped in with both feet, but not to become certified,
Hmm.
not in that way. I just jumped in to learn about me.
Hmm.
And I still don't know a lot. Yet what I do know has been really, really comforting and eye-opening, and it's been wonderful.
What do you think was the biggest kind of aha around your human design? The biggest thing that made you go like, "Oh my God, I'm not crazy."
That the things I judge myself as being less than
Hmm.
are the things are what I'm supposed to be.
Hmm. Hmm.
That I'm not wrong. I'm just being who I'm supposed to be, and that I was born this way.
Hmm. It's like the ultimate permission slip.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, especially for me who assumes has always assumed. Except that, get me going on these photos and how important it is with stories. And I am I am talking up and yeah. So I don't know, dichotomy.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have emotional authority in human design, as do I. How hard has that been to work around in your design, understanding to take time with decisions, allowing yourself to have emotions, all of those things?
I love it.
Oh, really?
Oh gosh, yes.
Did you love
It's
it immediately?
yeah, yeah, well, okay, there was a part of me that would love to be able to make decisions faster, but
Mm,
then I realized once I knew that when I was making fast decisions, they usually weren't great decisions. And it
hmm
was like, well, that's
Yeah.
why. Okay. And so now I have permission and now I have the words. And sometimes I will say, I'm just not designed to make this decision quickly
Yeah.
to someone.
Yes.
And which is very frustrating for them.
It is. It is. Especially if they're a
Um,
salesperson.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Yes.
And that's why I'm making the decision to join Content by Design. Oh, it was like I said, my emotional authority made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because once I hit that place, it was like,
Okay. Yeah. Go time.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So does yours feel like there is almost, I would describe mine as like the clouds parting or like peace, that calm in the middle, because it's like stormy over here and stormy over here. And I feel attached to the decision. Then all of a sudden there's just like nothingness.
yeah, pretty much.
Feels like that? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's this,
hmm Like you can exhale when you've been holding your
yes,
breath for a very long time.
yes,
hmm
yes. And I've been holding my breath for a very long time right before CBD.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yeah. Because you've been in my world for a little while. So I would love to unpack that with people. Because I don't even know this. How did you come in? How long have you been here? A while.
I found out about you from another human design guide, and it was at your February. Well, I don't know if it was the end of January. Anyway, it was the one earlier in 2025.
2024. Oh,
Um,
2025. Okay.
yeah, your first one in 2025.
Okay.
I literally found out probably the day before you started and
Okay.
signed up and was absolutely blown away. I mean,
Mm.
just wow, wow, wow. But it was so hard for me to look at the money and it was just, I couldn't do it at that time.
hmm
Yet I've been gobbling up everything that you do. I mean, your podcasts several times for each one. And when you opened up Design to Profit, I don't know if you remember this, but you even said to me, because I signed up right away, and then you said to me, "Where did you find that? I don't even,
Yes.
how did you sign up for Design to Profit? Where was that link? I don't know
Yeah.
where that link was." I said, "I don't know. I found it. I did it. I'm in."
Yeah. I do remember that. Yes. And then I remember you saying to me just this week, you said something to me, but that's okay, Vickie. I don't ever expect all your links and everything to be in order.
Oh no, 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 no. And it's just a gift. I mean, I I don't know when the calls are. I don't know where they are. I don't know how they are.
Yeah.
I don't need that stuff. I'll work it out. And what's so funny is oftentimes I do need that stuff.
Mm.
But when it comes to you and when it comes to this, and I'm going to share one other thing, and I don't know if you want if this is the time or not, but I'm going to share this.
Go for it.
I tell myself that as a projector, I really need a guide, an expert, a guide. What do you refer to yourself as?
Vickie.
Well, I need
Sure, a guide. Sure.
yeah, who is a projector
Oh,
and really understands
yeah.
projectorness.
Yeah.
That's what I need. And then you came into my life, and I actually worked with someone who was a projector.
hmm
So I experienced it, but then you came into my life. And you have this way about you. It's just you get all of the different profiles. You
hmm
really get it. I mean, you get the whole thing. Yet I feel so
Seen.
seen
Yeah.
with you. I
I hear that a
do.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why I knew I knew you were for me. I knew Design to Profit was for me. And then all the way up through August, you can ask my friend who was also in Design to Profit, what was I saying about joining CBD, which was, no, it's just not, I know it's not going to be, not going to work this time. I just know it's not going to work this time. I'll just make Design to Profit, be it. And then I listened to a couple of the other podcasts, and I looked at a few things, and then it just, like I said, what is today? Saturday? When did I do this? Thursday?
I think Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. And it just hit. It was like, yeah, this is it, Barb. She gets it. Vickie gets it. She gets it. She gets me. She gets everyone who's in her cohort. She gets it. So this is, well, like I jumped in. I found a link.
Yes. Well, I do send out a link to for this reason, not necessarily this reason, but as an emotional authority myself, I have made a lot of bad course buying decisions. I always talk about the $1,800 EFT certificate. I hate EFT. Sorry if you're an EFT practitioner, you're listening. Sure I hate it with a passion.
Oh, I can't
I have too many triggers around it. I have too much around it, like for it to not be for me.
Yeah.
But I bought an $1,800 certification course on a whim. And like you say, so many not bad decisions. I mean, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
But so I try to send out one email a few weeks before the launch in service of emotional authorities.
And that was so impressive. When I got that, it was, what? Really? This is so cool. And I still don't think I'm doing it, but this is so cool.
Yeah. And that's okay that you don't think you're doing it if you're an emotional authority on my email list and you got that. That's okay. It's not for me. It really isn't for me to make the sale. It's for you to process what's there. Because for me, I'm so much better if I can read a sales page 16 days in a row. And I can read it when my wave is high and when my wave is low and when I'm feeling something and when I'm not feeling something. And then just like you, all of a sudden, I just know. Yeah. Yeah. And I wish that there was a way that we could help every single emotional authority understand what that feels like in your body.
Yeah, especially since it might be easy to think that I had the amount of money that it is sitting there just going, spend me.
You mean you don't?
I don't.
No.
I jumped in at full pay because it just was the right thing to do.
Yeah. When you know with emotional authority, you know. Yeah.
And I know the difference this is going to make to me. I am absolutely certain. The difference this is going to make to me being able to express myself. I still struggle, as I was telling you, to say what I do.
Yeah.
Big struggle. And it's in there, but it's so hard, especially to collapse it down to it's supposed to be short. And mine is not short. And there's different things that I struggle with, yet it's in here. It's in me. And it's a matter of getting out. I just wrote a sales page that structurally looks pretty good. My friend, and had this niggling, my friend said to me yesterday, Barb, it doesn't really differentiate you that much. I went, I know.
We'll fix that. We'll fix that in CBD. Yeah.
It's I pull back. I sound like everybody else, and I am the opposite of everybody else when it comes to photos.
And probably when it comes to a lot of other things in your life, you're a 3-5 profile.
Yeah.
But you think of all of the layers and layers of conditioning against, like as a 3-5, you are here to be unhinged. And that was not likely celebrated in your young life.
See, I am here to be unhinged. Wow. I'm here to do that, not get that under control.
Yes.
Not to be better at not being unhinged. I'm here to be that. There are these wonderful people in life and who speak out, who are very visible, and then they get criticized like crazy. It's like, what are you people thinking to criticize? And so of course that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why I take that as, oh, I need to tone it down.
Well, because that's been your life
Yeah,
experience.
that's been my life experience, but I'm ready. I really am ready, Vickie.
Mm-hmm.
I really am ready.
I believe you.
That's why I've done this, and
Yeah.
I'm still gobbling everything up that you put out. So,
Well, and I love that you're saying that because I did want to go back to that because that I think is another piece that sometimes emotional authorities miss. So it doesn't have to be content by design you're looking at. It could be that you're looking at something from some other entrepreneur. Gobble up everything you can, like really vet them, really feel into, like that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to get into an experience and feel how it feels. But many times we either don't have the experience, we just think we just need to think about this decision, or we get in and we try to let our mind get on it. But it's really about feeling like, so you're listening to the podcast and you're feeling how it feels to listen. You're feeling how I'm moving you or not. You're in Design to Profit, which is a lower priced offer than Content by Design. It is a membership to build your business. You're showing up on all the calls. You're having conversations with me. You're getting your business in the hot seat. You've really taken the time to do your emotional homework before jumping into CBD.
I really have.
Yeah. And then you can be more certain of the decision.
I'm 100% certain. Like, there's that buyer's remorse thing that can happen, 72 hours later or something, whatever. Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, that's something I wanted to bring our listeners along on. So immediately after Barb purchased the Content by Design, I voice memoed her and I'm like, yay, that you're in, but how the heck did you get in here? She was afraid that I was going to be refunding her money. She's like, no way, you're not getting me out of here. So that's another clue for your emotional authority. Yeah. If you buy something, even a pair of shoes, and you immediately think, oh my God, what have I done? Then you really haven't weighted out your emotional authority. I had that happen actually with a client this week where something was purchased and I knew I could feel. So her wave is 3140, same as mine. So I have a front row seat to the pressure of this wave. And I knew she was clinging just so hard and her expectation was just so, and then immediately after she hit the buy button, she felt remorse. And I'm like, of course I refunded her. I don't offer normally refunds, but it was like, I don't want somebody feeling like that on the other side of an emotional decision. So that's why I really want to talk with you, because I think for emotional authorities, which is over 50% of the population, we really need to lean hard into this and take the time we need. And like you said, with lots of sales conversations or lots of people, it frustrates them when you say, I don't make decisions quickly.
Yeah.
Because the world moves quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not designed for it.
And now I feel like it's not just me. It is just me. I mean, it's because of my human design.
Yeah. Do you remember what wave you have? I can't remember. I don't have your chart in front of me. I'm sorry.
I don't know what wave I have, quite frankly.
Okay.
I'm still, baby steps with human design.
Yeah. And that's perfect. I love it when people come into human design and just live into the pieces one by one, their own pieces, instead of feeling like they have to get overwhelmed with all of the human design information.
Well, I did that too.
Yeah.
And then I had to pull back and go, okay, you're not going to make this a living. You're doing this for yourself. And so I'm not maybe as far along as someone else might be 4 or 5 years into it, but I'm where I need to be right now. And I'm going to be learning so much from you.
You are.
So
yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be unpacking that voice and the stories that are in you and your content and all of those things. So I have a kind of a weird question for you.
Great.
Because I really think it's important for people to understand what I'm like in the room. I would love for people, well, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I don't do the bait and switch thing. For me, it's really important to be congruent across all platforms. So if you hear me say that's what she said on the podcast, or you hear me lose my train of thought on the podcast, I'm going to do that in the room. I'm not going to all of a sudden have polished slides and polished anything really. It's just always going to be me in the room. But what does it feel like? And this is not a fishing for a
I
compliment
understand.
question. It's like really for people who are considering this, what does it feel like to be in the room?
It's one, okay. The easy answer, I was going to give you the easy, quick answer that someone might go, It is soothing and it is very connected. I love that you're willing to, I had a coach that said, do you want it mild, medium, or spicy? And I want it spicy. I want, get to the point. Don't beat around the bush, please.
Yeah.
Get to the point. Give me a head tilt. And because I'm a hard nut to crack sometimes. And you do that, yet you perceive those who don't necessarily want it that way, and you deliver in that way. I mean, you match yourself to them. I've noticed it. You're energetically matching. And so it's really a gift for me to know when I'm in a room with you, when I'm watching an Instagram post that you do, you are just very, very real. I was just telling someone about you this morning, just that you're very real. And I love that. I think because you don't worry about the minutia, someone who does worry about the minutia might be bothered about that. Yet I would invite you, if you are worried about the minutia, that if you worry about that, you'll miss the gold and the juice. And Vickie's got a lot of that. She really does. She's really gifted in this area and very caring, very perceptive, extremely skilled in business and ethical. So
Yes. Thank you for that. Because I think that it's sometimes hard for people to imagine. Well, I think we just all want to see behind the curtain sometimes before we spend our money.
Well, all they have to do is listen to a podcast and they're seeing behind the curtain.
Same thing. Yeah. And the free masterclass, which this will be airing when we're in the middle of that. But if you haven't registered yet for that, I'll pop the link in the show notes for you so you can catch up on the replays and all of those things and see what it's like to be in the room if this is calling to you. And
sometimes you don't wear makeup.
That's true.
Which I absolutely adore.
Oh, really?
Because I detest makeup.
Oh, okay.
And it makes me, it's like, Barb, you can go live. Yeah. You can be seen without makeup, Barb. It really is, because that's what keeps me off. The having to look camera ready. Yeah. That keeps me off.
Yeah. For me, the response piece as a manifesting generator is just such a huge piece of how I create content that sometimes it's just like, this has got to come out, and whatever I look like, I look like. And I feel like that's a little bit of the rebel in me. So my conscious sun is gate 8, and it can be in slang, sometimes people call it a rebel without a cause. I had a lot of conditioning in my life about the way I look. So when I was 12, I was sent for makeup lessons because my father said, if the barn needs painting, you give it a good coat. Everything in my family was based on how I looked. You had to be a certain size. It was body comments.
Welcome home, Vickie.
Yeah. I think that's the conditioning on so many of us as women. And I feel like it's almost my rebel saying, chuck you, Farley. I'm just going to be here the way that I am.
I love when you do that. It's just, because it's really, really critical in my business that I'm speaking out about the opposite of what everyone believes.
Yes.
Because right now when I speak, because I don't very much, everyone assumes it's just the regular stuff.
Yeah. We're going to get this nailed in Content by Design.
I'm counting on it. And I love that we get to come back to Content by Design.
Yeah.
For the lifetime of the program.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, live rounds. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you. Because a lot of people think lifetime access means you have the modules forever, which you do, but you also get every new live round that I offer, and you come back in the room. So this time around, I think last time we had 40 some people. This time around, we'll probably have about half of them come back through for another round. And sometimes people will say, well, why on earth would you do that? Because there are so many layers of this conditioning on our voices.
Yes.
Yeah. And you'll work on something different this time. It sounds like this time you want to really work on how do I get this message in a way that people can understand it and kind of grab onto it.
You
Who knows
bet.
what you'll work on next time? Maybe it's your book. Maybe it's your TED Talk. Who knows? Yeah. All right. Any parting thoughts for folks? We've kind of unpacked all around the mulberry bush here, but I really wanted to get that emotional authority piece in for people.
I would just really encourage you to do whatever you need to do to make your decisions, however you do in your profile and your authority. Am I saying the right thing?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Baby.
Yeah.
I'm kindergarten level. Do that around this. Do that around this. And if you can swing it, well, I couldn't swing it last February.
Yeah.
And I just really encourage you to at least dive into these 3 days, jump into the VIP, which I didn't even realize there was until this morning.
Yeah.
I've gone to register for this 4 times and have never completed it.
Oh, jeez.
I couldn't even get to the VIP. Finally, today I did. Every experience that I've had with Vickie has been so connecting and supportive. And I want that for you when you're ready for it. I am absolutely certain of my decision. Vickie is the real deal.
Thank you.
I'm certain.
Thank you for seeing that. As a second line, I appreciate you seeing that. Yeah, that's the top of my list whenever I'm asked, how do you want people to feel in your presence and what do you want them to know about you? And it's like that I'm real. Number one thing is that I'm real. Well, thank you for chatting with me here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you unpacking your emotional authority and all of the things around this and the messaging masterclass and all the things.
Oh, my pleasure. Truly. My pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to link up the how people get in touch with you in the show notes for people who are maybe on a walk or something and want to flip right over into something of yours. How can they quickly find you? Maybe on socials or something.
BarbOrozco.com.
Okay.
Orozco is OROZCO.com.
Z if you're in Canada.
Z, that's right. That's
Z
right.
or Z.
And if you want to see a sales page in progress, because it is live and it is not a good one.
Go there.
Yep.
Oh, well, we'll work on that too. There's
a little rust-colored button at the top right of my welcome page, my home page. Yep. Click on that and you're going to see a mess.
That's okay. That's okay. We're going to fix it in just a few short weeks.
Can't wait, truly.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for being here, Barb.
My pleasure. Thank you.